What is up, guys? Soul Sports back in with another video, and in today's video I have 5 trade proposals that are like the most popular trade proposals that have been said for Anthony Davis. This video was actually requested to me by my subscriber. His name is Darth Cuber. I hope I'm saying your name correctly, but I appreciate the feedback, I appreciate the support, and yeah, let's get into it. So I'm gonna be ranking these trade proposals from 5th being the worst to 1st being the best, and in combination with that, I'm also going to be combining the likelihood of it happening. So yeah, let's get into it. So at the 5th spot, I have the Clippers trade package, and the trade package, I don't know if this was the exact one, but I thought that the one that makes the most sense was Montrezl Harrell, SGA, which is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Landry Shamet, Danilo Gallinari, the 2021 Miami Heat pick, and the 2020 Sixers pick. Now, starting off, this trade package is interesting at the excuse me, I don't even know what I just said. This trade package is very interesting, excuse me. If you look at it from a standpoint, you get SGA, who's a promising young guard, Landry Shamet, who's also a promising young guard, who can come off the bench and apply some great shooting for them. Danilo Gallinari had a great season this year, and Montrezl Harrell also had a great season this year off the bench. I think he averaged around 16 points per game. Danilo Gallinari averaging around 20 points per game. And then you have the 2 picks. The 2020 Sixers pick, I believe that pick will probably be a late pick, because the Sixers are obviously playing for the playoffs. They're playing to win a championship. But that 2021 Miami Heat pick could be interesting, depending on the route the Heat go. But considering the Heat don't have their own pick, I don't know if they would just go full out tank. That wouldn't really make any sense to me. Sort of like, I want to relate this this draft pick sort of back to in 2017, I believe, when, or was it 2018? 2018, when Kyrie Irving was traded to the Celtics. The Cavs got back the Brooklyn Nets pick, and everybody thought that this was a steal. But teams, when they don't have their own pick, they're not likely to just go out full first tank and everything. So this is an interesting package. I say this is the worst package out of the 4 teams. Did I say the 4 teams? Excuse me, 5 teams. But the 5 teams are the Nets, Clippers, Lakers, Celtics, and Knicks, if I didn't say it. But I feel like this is the worst, because if you look at it, Montrezl Harrell, yes, he was great, but he's not that star or good upside player that maybe the rest of the teams that I'm going to announce have. SGA is a great point guard. I don't know if he'll be a top of the line all-star point guard. Landry Shamet, I just think he'll be a complimentary piece. I see him being like a lesser version of Malcolm Brogdon. Danilo Gallinari, I believe, is almost 30, so maybe he's entering the end of his prime-ish. He just had his best season of his career, so I don't know if I want to say that. And the 2 picks, like I just stated, could be weird. But I mean, in liking this, I don't think this trade package will happen, considering all 4 of these guys were very, very, very important to the Sixers. I mean, excuse me, not Sixers, the Clippers' success. So if I'm the Clippers, do I make this trade? No, not at all. I go into free agency with the cap space that I have, sign some great free agents, and move on from there. I mean, you talk about a team that pushed the Warriors to 6 games. They're in a great place. So for the next trade package that I have, it was the Nets. Now for the Nets, the trade package that I'm hearing the most is D'Angelo Russell, Caris LeVert, Jared Allen. I'm gonna butcher this name. I don't even want to say it, but the Musa. His last name is Musa. That is his first name. I don't even know. But Musa, and it's gonna have to be a bunch of first-round picks. But talking about this, D'Angelo Russell, for this to work, it would have to be a sign and trade. Now, for the Pelicans, do you want to be paying D'Angelo Russell potentially $30 million a year? I think if they're going to make a trade, they're going to try to clear cap. Solomon Hill will more than likely have to include it into this trade. But this trade is, I believe it's better than the Clippers, because for this one, like I said, they're going to want at least a star, if not a star, a promising young player, like a young player just about to enter his prime. D'Angelo Russell had his best season of his career. He was an all-star. So, and the guys from the Clippers, none of them were all-stars. But I mean, even then, looking at the supporting cast, Caris LeVert had a great season. He had a great start to the season before he had a scary fall, and I think, what did he do? Break his leg? I'm pretty sure he broke his leg, but he was able to come back because there was like no ligament damage or something like that. And then Jared Allen, another promising young center came off a great season. I think he averaged a double-double with about 2 blocks. That's great. Musa was also important to his success. I don't know too much about him, but I am pretty sure he's a shooter. And then a bunch of picks, those first-round picks. I mean, if you're the Pelicans, trading for them, maybe those picks will be better since they don't have these key players anymore. But I'm going to say the same thing like I said with them. I don't see this happening because the same thing with the Clippers. For one, the Nets just made the playoffs for the first time since, I believe, 2014 or 2015. And I don't know why they'd be this aggressive and, go after Anthony Davis. It's not like they're attracting top, free agents. The only top free agent I see them linked to, the only two, are Jimmy Butler and Kyrie Irving. So, yeah, I just don't think so. It wouldn't really make any sense at all. Just, you have D'Angelo Russell, who played well, had a great season. I think he can only go up from here, barring any injuries. So I don't see why you don't, want to build around him. But, yeah. Next up on the list, number 3. I said the New York Knicks. I think their trade package is third best. The trade package in my eyes would have to be Mitchell Robinson, Dennis Smith Jr., Alonzo Trier, Kevin Knox, the third pick, and probably a future first pick also. With this, I said it's better than the other two because of that third pick. That third pick more than likely would be RJ Barrett, and I think RJ Barrett will be a great NBA player. I see him being a multi-time All-Star and even a multi-time All-NBA player. That's what I see from him. His problem, he can have tunnel vision in clutch moments, but stuff like that you can get fixed in the NBA. I mean, that's all mental stuff. You can definitely fix that. He's super young. He's super talented. I like RJ Barrett. I think he'll be very great in this league. But besides that, speaking on the other pieces, Kevin Knox, I want to say he did have a very bad rookie season. But what was he when he came to the league? 18 and 19. He's super young. So he should be able to fix that. Alonzo Trier, when undrafted, proven himself. This year was great. I think he'll be a great complimentary piece. Dennis Smith Jr. Now, in my overrated video, I said Dennis Smith Jr. was overrated. I do stand by that. But I've looked into it more. He has gotten better as a three-point shooter, as a playmaker. And again, same thing with Kevin Knox. He's super young. I think he's 20. Should be able to fix that. And playing alongside someone as Drew Holiday, who started his career off as a point guard and now shifted shooting guard. Maybe he'll be able to give him some tips, some pointers on being a playmaker. Even then, Drew Holiday averaged 7 assists this year, which is great. And then Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson came on this year. He started off the year not too good. He was always in foul trouble, and he fixed that towards the end of the year. He's a great shot blocker, great rebounder, and I think he'll be great for years to come. And yeah, so now is when things get tricky for me. But ultimately, I decided that this was the second best trade package. Well, I don't want to say it was the second best. I don't think so, now that I think about it. I say, okay, second best as likeliness to happen as opposed to maybe the start of the season or something. But I said the second best trade package was the Celtics trade package. Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, and their 3 first-round picks this year, which are 14th pick, 20th pick, and 22nd pick. Now, my thing with this is, I said it was second best because I don't see this happening anymore. I do not think the Celtics will be trading for Anthony Davis anymore. I don't want to say they're completely out, but it definitely isn't, as much as a priority as it was during the start of the season, because I do believe Kyrie Irving is leaving and he's going to the team that I think has the best trade package. Do I want them to do this trade? I mean, yes. When you have the opportunity to get Anthony Davis, you pull the trigger 100%. Do I think they should make this trade? No, you should not. You have Jason Tatum, who's going to blossom now with Kyrie Irving out of the way, alongside Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart. That's a great defensive three. Maybe Jason Tatum not as much, but Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart are great defensively. You have Al Horford, who's great. He's going to be a great leader, great defensively. He's just an all-around guy. He was in my underrated video that I posted, I believe, 2 days ago. And those 3 picks, I think if you're the Celtics, you keep those, because considering Kyrie Irving's going to leave, you're going to need, some other players to come back and take those roles, and maybe even Terry Rozier leaves too. But I mean, 14th, 20th, and 22nd, you can still get some great players. And I do believe this draft this year is deep. There's a lot of great forwards and guards who I think will be great. I mean, just to name some, Nikhil Alexander Walker could fall to you. Romeo Langford is a great guy. Kevin Porter Jr., besides the off the field stuff, he has a great potential. And then looking at it, Tyler Harrow or PJ Washington, Lucas Salmonek, who else? But yeah, I mean, yeah, just those guys, will be great for any NBA team to pick up, especially with these picks right here. But yeah, I don't see them making this trade anymore because I do believe Kyrie is going to leave. If Kyrie was all in to say, I think this would be the best trade package 100%. But yeah, I just don't think that Kyrie will be staying. So it wouldn't make sense for them to make this trade. And I don't believe this trade package is over who number one is. You guys may have guessed by now, the Lakers, because of that fourth pick that the Lakers have. But I'm just going to run over the trade package really quickly. For the Lakers, have to give up Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, their fourth pick, and a future first, or maybe even multiple future firsts. Do I think the Lakers should make this trade? 100%. They are so pressured into making this trade that I do believe that the Lakers could, not the Lakers, excuse me, the Pelicans could actually fleece them for more. Maybe the Pelicans could ask for Josh Hart in addition. I think there's a lot of pressure on the Lakers to make this trade. The Lakers pressured the Pelicans to make this trade at the trade deadline, pressured them, and I think they're still going to be pressured because you have LeBron James. You don't want to be known as the only franchise to not be able to win a ring with LeBron James. Cleveland won one with him, Miami won two with him, and both teams went to the finals 4 straight times with him. Do you want to be known as a franchise not being able to capitalize with having LeBron and not winning a championship? I don't think so. With all the drama and everything that has come from the Lakers, I think they're very pressured with the fans, with everything. You're pressured. So I think this trade package is the best. And there's another trade package that has come out, a 3-team trade. It would be sending Anthony Davis to the Lakers. You would send Lonzo Ball to the Suns, and then the Pelicans will receive Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, a future first, the 4th pick, and the Suns' 6th pick. I don't know if that's better. Now that I think about it, I do think it is better. But considering all the options the Pelicans could do with these guys, Lonzo Ball and Jrue Holiday is without a doubt in my mind the best defensive backcourt in the league. Just thinking about it, Lonzo Ball's length and Jrue Holiday is an all-defensive player. Lonzo Ball more than likely would have been an all-defensive player had he had stayed healthy. And I do think Lonzo Ball, as I said in my breakout video that I uploaded earlier today, Lonzo Ball will break out next season no matter what team he plays for, because I feel like those injuries hopefully are, in the past now, because it looks like he's leaving BBB. He'll be wearing Nikes more than likely. But just the defense that I'm thinking about, bro. Lonzo Ball and Jrue Holiday, man, great defensively. And then you're going to have Brandon Ingram, who I think he'll still come into his own. He did have that arm, I forget exactly what it was, but he had an arm problem. But after the All-Star break, he played amazing. I think he was averaging, around 28 points per game. Amazing. Kyle Kuzma can come off the bench and be a great stretch forward, a great scorer for you. You're going to have Zion Williamson, and then that 4th pick, what could you do? You could get Darius Garland to come off the bench and be a scorer for you. You can get Cam Reddish, and hopefully his potential, he can grow out to be something. You could get DeAndre Hunter and have an amazing defensive team with, man, just imagine that team defensively. Lonzo Ball, Jrue Holiday, DeAndre Hunter, and Zion Williamson. And then whoever you find at center, that is incredible. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video though, guys. Those are my 5 trade proposals, and that's the order. I'm just going to repeat the order for you guys. If you guys, maybe I was all over the place in this video. The worst trade package, I do believe, was the Clippers. The 4th worst was the Nets. The 3rd worst was the Knicks. The 2nd worst, or the 2nd best, I guess you could say, was the Celtics. And I think the best trade package for the Lakers, for the Pelicans, is the Lakers trade package. Yeah. I don't know though. Will most of these trades happen before free agency? I think for teams like the Lakers, I think the Celtics have to wait until after free agency because Kyrie Irving hasn't opted out of his player option yet, and there was a rule that they can't be on the same team at the same time because of some weird rule. The Lakers, that could hamper their free agency needs because if you trade from now, that's less cap and then maybe less money to give Kyrie Irving. I'm not really too sure though. The Clippers maybe can hamper them too. I don't know. But yeah, I do believe the Lakers will get Anthony Davis. That's just my personal opinion. You can have a different opinion, that's fine. But yeah, I've kind of been rambling and all over the place. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you guys did enjoy. Please like and sub and share with your friends. Again, shout out to Darv Kubert. I'm hoping I'm saying your name right for this video idea. You know, I hope you do enjoy this video. But yeah, that's it. It's So Sports, and I'm out. Peace.